Morning, guys, and welcome back to the saw shop. So this morning we got a new pairing, okay? And the two saws that we're pairing this morning are the Farmmac f380w, which is a steel clone of the ms380, and the Farmmac f372. Now the f372, when it came in, it was problematic, okay, guys, and some of the other guys have had issues with them too, such as Indiana Doug and Novice Lumberjack and some of these other people, okay? And so a lot of people were speculating different things that was wrong about this saw. Of course, this is the 372 clone of Husqvarna, okay? And so basically what I have done to make this saw get up and go, so to speak, is I took the top off, did the timing. Port numbers were really bad, so I adjusted the port numbers to more reasonable numbers and put it back together. Base gasket delete. My squish is running around 20-ish, okay, which is right there where you shoot for, so that's good. It is doing a lot better. So I paired it against this f380w. ms380, both are 72cc saws, and so this saw is a beast, this ms380 clone. So I would say that it does pretty decent keeping up with it. If I had to say, I don't know, we'll see. So we're gonna cut to some footage and let you guys decide for yourself, and we'll come back and talk about it. So be right back. So there you have it. In the video, it kind of looks like the 372 outperformed the ms380 clone. Wow, right? And you know, this little Farmmac clone, okay, guys, has become is a really nice saw. I mean, it's powerful. It's got great trigger response. It's power band. It stays real steady. And so for the 372 to keep up with it even is this Farmmac 372 that's been problematic, okay? I want to be very specific when we say this, okay? So to get this saw to the point where it could keep up with this 380 clone, to me, is miles of gain compared to how it showed up. It was sluggy. It was really being held back, and so the port numbers in this is really bad. I'm curious to see if the Neotech, which we understand what the Farmmac and Neotech is, they're the same product. What are the port numbers on them? Are they lagging? Or is it different top ends or what? I'm not real sure, guys. If you have a Neotech 372 clone, shoot down in the comments and let me know, you know, how does your saw perform? You know, is it sluggy? Is it felt like you know, like it was lacking compared to the other 372s? Because so I'm kind of curious. But real happy with the way the saw turned out. Got it finally up and going. I was thinking that maybe somehow Farmmac had purchased, not intentionally, see, a lot of these companies, what they do, they outsource these parts. So they buy parts from a lot of different clone parts companies, okay, and then they assemble the saw. So you may have one that comes through, especially with Husqvarna, okay, you may have one that comes through for a while that has a certain top end. If you're buying them through a certain when they were assembling them, rather, through a certain portion, you may have a certain top end that came from a certain batch that is one way, and then you may end up with a different type. So it's kind of how that works. So yeah, so I'm kind of curious on, you know, if you know, we know a lot of these black and gray Farmmac ones, the ones that come with the wall row imitation carburetor and all that kind of stuff, that they had issues. I am the third one that I've seen on YouTube that has had issues with it. Okay, I mean, it come out of this box like a 50cc saw. It just did. Okay, couldn't suggest it out of the box, just couldn't. And we got it running. We got it pulling nice now, but it shouldn't require having to change all the port numbers. And let's see, especially the exhaust, it needed a lot of help, guys. So I was wondering if it had a limited coil, to go back to what I was saying, that maybe they had bought a large batch of, not on purpose, limited coil, like one of the companies that produce parts, that perhaps maybe they had cloned a limited coil. It was just theory, but it didn't turn out to be that way, because if it was a limited coil, no matter what I did to the top end, it may have changed a little bit on performance, but it wouldn't have changed to the point that it did. So I'm glad to see that. Terroristic flies, guys. Okay, so that's so you have it. So if I had to say one or the other pulled over each other, I really couldn't, guys. Both are real strong saws. I can tell you that the 372 sure pulled some nice noodles, where the 380 clone, it was by operator error, didn't pull the noodles quite as nicely through the cut. So but both are very strong saws, guys, and I'm very happy with both of them. If I could only have one of them, I'd have to go with this 380 clone. I just would. Maybe just because out of the box it's this way. I've done nothing stock to this saw, guys. Stock. It's probably my favorite out of the box clone. I don't know, that 660 Farmmac is becoming a favorite too. So, but top performance coming out of the box, really is. So if you're looking into a 70cc class saw, good performance in a clone, this 380 is where it's at. Of course, there's a bunch of other saws that you can get straight out of the box that are good performance. But all right, guys, and that'll be it for today. And I hope everybody's doing well. And as always, guys, stay safe.